Hi, and welcome back. I was asked in one of my inventory things by the Ray 1971 to do a tutorial with the e.l.f. Hot Jalapeno palette. So today is going to be the first look with this palette. I've already done my base. I usually do it first, and yeah, we're going to do a really simple everyday type look as much as you can, doing everyday with greens and a gold. So we're actually going to start with the darkest and then just work our way over. So I'm going to start with a wing with the dark one. I would share the brush I'm using, but you can't get this anymore. It's back from when philosophy was actually still doing makeup, which they don't do anymore. I know they say don't hold it, but I have to, otherwise the wrinkles. One of the issues with being almost 50. Oh, and I just smeared that all over my cheek. These have gotten very powdery. And I am not good at talking while doing my makeup. I apologize. Okay, and then we're going to go, this is a e.l.f. Sea Brush. I'm going to go with that other lighter matte shade. I'm just going to go right on top. I'll bring it into the inside as much as I can. Using my finger to try to keep it from getting on the nose. And finish off the bottom. Try to match them. I'm just going to go in with the green shimmer all over the lid. Really placing it on the inner third and then just spreading it out. Just slightly blending upward. I got a ColourPop L1 to something for the inner corner. We're going to pop that gold. In the inner corner, bring it up a little bit to the first part of the crease. And that's it for the eyeshadow. Give me a moment to, so we can do that on here. I'm gonna grab, I want a darker green. Grab NYX All Time Olive eyeliner for the waterline. And my current mascara I'm working on is the Tartelette Mini. And I am just going to put it on the outer portion of the lashes. I'm not even going to touch the inner lashes. Just whatever the brush hits in one go. And that's it. Nice, quick, simple look with just the Hot Jalapeno palette. I'll do another look, but it's going to use more than the Hot Jalapeno. I'm not good at using just one palette. I have all my palettes to have all my colors, and then I pull the colors that I need. But I'm going to try doing it with just the e.l.f. Bite Size. But the next look will just involve neutrals. And so you can do it with any neutral palette that you want. Just combine the two. So that will be up for me in a day or two, for you next. Hi, and welcome back. We're doing day 2 of the jalapeno palette. I was going to try to do this with my other Bite Size, but I can't find the right browns, so I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way since it's stripped. You can use any neutral palette. We're going to be going for this shimmer and this and this matte. So just whatever warm browns you got. I forgot to pop those before we got started. So starting with this palette, we're just going to dip into the medium green. Using the same brush I used yesterday. It's not the best brush for this application, but it'll work. We're just going to dab that into the outer corner and bottom outer half of the bottom lid. Oh, come on. Okay, that does not want point, so I'll just round this out on this side then. Okay, now we're going to go into the darker of the warm mattes. over the crease for the outer half. What was that? I did not grab. That's blue. Okay, I need a brush. Thought I had one with lighter brown on it, but apparently not. Okay. Now we're going to go into the lighter. Finish off that crease. Yes, I'm going kind of quick. I don't have a lot. I shouldn't say I don't have a lot of time. I have way too much to do today. Like usual. So I like quick looks. Okay. Now we're going to go into that medium brown warm matte, or warm shimmer. Pop that on the outer section. And then today we're going to be using the yellow on the rest of the lid. Blend those. That. And then I'm going to use the green shimmer to finish off and that's that. No inner corner highlight for this look with the shadows. Instead, what I'm going to do is grab the highlighter I've been working on and that I have on my cheeks. That brush is there. And I'm going to pop that one in the inner corner. And along the brow bone. So you can use whatever highlighter you choose to wear that day to do this. And there's that. Give me a minute. And I'm going to go with a green eyeliner for this look. And then you have a choice. You can either use a black or brown pencil to line the eye, or I'm actually going to use dark green, and the way we get use in every shadow. And just right along lash line from where it turns yellow to the end, just to finish. As you can see, it doesn't change the look a lot, but it does just define. That's that. Let me wrap up. And there's the final look. This nice, simple with a splash of golden green. And I have one more for you, which will involve a lot more palettes, but we'll do that tomorrow and we'll see you then. Hi and welcome back. We're going to be doing our final look with the Hot Jalapeño palette. This is going to be a purple and green look. So we're going to start with the darkest look, darkest shade in the palette and put that in the outer corner. And just under the eye. Kind of sloppily putting it on, and we're going to blend it out with the second shade. Again, this probably isn't the best push for it, but I desperately need to wash my brushes. I haven't gotten to it yet. There, it's looking better. Okay. There we go. So that side, and I'm pulling out the Merry Christmas palette because I need a light blue tinged green. Honestly, I wish I had one a little lighter, but I don't. We're just gonna, just on the inside and the bottom. Okay, and now we're going to pull out the Devour palette. Going for this dark purple here. Demolish. And again, you don't have to use these palettes, just anything you have that's similar. I'm covering about 2/3 of the lid with that. And because I'm not liking the way that's looking, I'm going back to that first brush in the dark green. blend that a little better. I know this is looking very dark. Just wait. Okay, and now we're going to go with the gold on the inside, and I'm hitting the inner corner with that too. And then to help blend all of that, I'm going back into the Devour palette. This Topper Bite. I'm actually going to top that over the whole thing, the yellow, the purple, all of it. I'll automatically blend that in and lighten it up. That's where our green sparkle is also going to come from. Depending on how it hits the light, you'll either get the purple or a little bit of that green, making kind of a duochrome effect. Now, a little look blended in the mirror, it didn't look blended on the camera. I'm going to go back this and dark green for our liner. I'm just hitting the outer half. Hoping to tie that purple back into that green outer corner. And 1 minute. And there we go. Another quick look. I chose not to do anything in the waterline because it was already so dark and I didn't want to darken it further. And a light color, I guess I could have done yellow, but it would have looked weird. I could have done yellow in the inner and then darker at the outer, but I think it just would have closed the eyes too much. So I chose not to go with anything. And that's it. That's all 3 looks with the hot jalapeno, one with just the jalapeno, one with the jalapeno neutrals, and then my usual just mix everything. So hope you liked it, and we'll see you for another video soon. Let me know if there's any other palettes from my inventory that you want to see tutorials with. Thanks. Bye.